It's day 10 of the Kashmir floods and the armed forces are working round the clock, tirelessly in their rescue and relief operations. Times Now correspondent Padmaja Joshi reporting from the army base in Avantipur.
We're at the Jack Light Infantry Air Base, from where several people have been brought from the Badami Bagh camp. A lot of them really elderly, old ladies have been rescued, a few children also with them, and all of this operation is being undertaken by the Jack Light Infantry. You can see old people also here on the spot. Brigadier Pankaj Sinha, in fact, is the entire operation in charge. He's here with us. Brigadier Sinha, these are very trying circumstances because so many days have passed. People are also running out of patience. What are the kind of difficulties that you are facing during your rescue operations now?
Presently what we are doing is rescue के साथ we are giving priority to the relief. So people are stuck. We are trying to take water, food and medicine to them. There are places where people are agitated. They are doing stone pelting. That time we need to show patience and convince them and get to our job. That's what we are doing.
And sir, other than the very difficult terrain that you have to navigate, also there is a lot of personal touch that you have to apply over here. How are you managing to strike a balance between the two? Because here you are dealing with people, it's not just airlifting cargo. What is that personal touch that you are extending?
You see, a lot of people are approaching you. Their kith and kin are stuck and they want us to extricate them. As far as we are concerned, for us everybody is priority one. There is no discrimination, everybody is priority one. At the same time, we can't take out everybody at the same time, together. So you have to give them a very patient hearing. You have to convince them that yes, their turn will come. Within that, we try to prioritize if there is somebody who is more critical. First address those like people who are not well, there are ladies who are pregnant, there are small children, there are old people who are suffering from cancer and things like that. So as far as possible, we are giving them priority. Otherwise, whosoever comes first, whosoever is seen in distress, we remove them first.
These people, they have been evacuated, 70 plus. Their children came all the way to Delhi, completely petrified. They were just waiting for their parents, some news of them. They had not been rescued. They were even prepared for them to personally go and somehow reach out to their parents. In fact, let's speak to them now. आप बहुत देर तक थे अपने घर में. क्या कुछ हुआ और फाइनली रेस्क्यू कैसे हुआ आपका?
हम रात को 8 साढ़े 8 बजे हम सारा घूम के गए हैं. जीरो ब्रिज, लाल चौक, ये डल गेट, सारा उबराए से होके हम अच्छी तरह घर पहुंचे हैं. घर पहुंच के तो हमने देखा कि सब ठीक ठाक है. हमने एक्सपेक्ट ही नहीं किया था कि हम इतनी जल्दी ना हमें भागना पड़ेगा. हमारा सर्वेंट आया, उसने बोला कि 5 बजे के करीब कि आप उठो उठो उठो, पानी आ गया है. हम 2 सेकंड में सिर्फ अपना आप बचा के तो ऊपर भागे. फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे गए. फर्स्ट फ्लोर पे 5 सेकंड में पानी आ गया. वहाँ से भी हम निकले तो 3rd फ्लोर पे गए. 3rd फ्लोर में ना हमें पानी ना कुछ नहीं था. हम 5 दिन ऐसे ही बैठे रहे, हमें कोई हेल्प नहीं मिली.
What we're seeing right now is just symptomatic of some of the challenges that the army has to face while carrying out the relief operations. Currently, we are in an army helicopter which is hovering over the Batmalu area. Now, the problem that they are facing again and again is that people in certain areas are a little hostile, and every time a hector goes close to the ground in an attempt to drop a load, to drop some relief material, some people are trying to instigate others, and they are pelting stones at the helicopter, endangering the vehicle itself, which is why what has happened on a number of occasions, whenever the army has tried to drop relief material, especially in the Batmalu area, where we are is right next to the Batmalu bus station, they are not able to do so, and what they've done is that they've gone to an area close by, which is Rajbagh, which is the reason why many of the people in Batmalu are now saying that they haven't got any relief material. The basic reason for that is some people within the crowd who try and belt stones at the army helicopter, only hampering the operations which are on currently to deliver as much rescue material, as much food supply to the people at present. Right now the water in Batmalu has receded considerably. It's only about at a height of around 3 to 4 feet. As you can see, the buses, which at one time were completely submerged at the Batmalu bus station, have now emerged. The people, though, still say that they are stranded in several parts because of the roads being cut off because of water, and relief materials, they claim, is not able to reach them. People getting extremely restless, and because of that, it's also the army operation which is getting hampered.
Now closely tracks the rescue operations in the flood-hit valley. Our correspondent Mir Farid is at Srinagar's Batwara area, getting us this report from a relief camp.
There are families like these who are spread across the Kashmir Valley who had come to this place for some work and were about to go back when these sudden floods came in. Now, they have been right now rescued by the locals. As I said, there are people who are trying to help each other, people who are not in floods, but are trying to go into the area of the floods and helping these people. Now, this is one such example, and such examples of people getting shelter from the locals are across the valley. These people, in fact, are from Poonch, and they have through times now given a message to their relatives in Poonch, to the people who really have no information about them. There was a complete communication blackout. Still, the mobile services have not been restored, and these people want to give this message across to Jammu, across to their relatives in Poonch, who are very worried, telling them that they are safe. And in fact, it's these locals of this area who have saved them, who have given them shelter, who have given them food. And yet another example of how tragedies really bring people together, and the people, volunteers who do a selfless service and come to the rescue of these people who are out of their state and are in desperate need of help. And also importantly, no help from the local administration. They say that just a superintendent of police of this particular area gave them some medicine, but rest everything was given by these locals.
मैं साउथ के मैं पहलगाम साइड से ऐसे श्रीगुफारा से आ रहा हूँ।
वहाँ क्या हालत है?
वहाँ तो जो पहलगाम एरिया में वहाँ तो नाले आ गए हैं, और साहब जो माल बता था लोगों वो बहा लिया है, बहा ले गया पूरे रास्ते से। पूरे रास्ते वहाँ से पैदल आ रहे हैं, पैदल से आ रहे हैं। हम वहाँ से श्रीगुफारा से समूह में बैठ के फिर ट्राल में पहुँच गए। ऊपर से जो जैसे मरहमा के ऊपर जो रास्ता आता है वहाँ से मरहमा भी कोई रेस्क्यू नहीं है ना, कोई गवर्नमेंट की तरफ कोई चीज नहीं है।
Local people have done their best. Yeah, people are outside their homes, especially from Tral and Kriv. These are the only two places in South Kashmir that are currently safe. No water level has increased there because Tral is hilly area, so water level can't increase there.
Other areas, no government.
But current from today, the communication, no, not yet. Transport service has started from Tral to Islamabad. Even the big that for Metadas are going there, and sumos where their free services are taking place.
We are in one of the temporary help shelters that the locals have made for these people who were from outside the state and got stuck. In fact, some of them from Poonch and some from other parts of the state. आप ये बताइए, आप जो है यहाँ किस दिन फंसे और कोई सरकार की तरफ से मदद आई या फिर लोकल्स ने ही आपको यहाँ लाया? क्या मदद मिली आपको?
हमें आज यहाँ पर 10 दिन हो गए फंसे हुए। बहरहाल सरकार की तरफ से तो हमें कोई मदद नहीं मिली है। अलबत्ता यहाँ पर आईपीएस साहब ने थोड़ी बहुत सपोर्ट की है लोगों की। उन्होंने 2-4 बार यहाँ आए। बाकी हमने जो है वो खनमू से जाकर सामान लाया खाने पीने का। बाकी लोकलों ने हमारी सपोर्ट की है बहुत ज्यादा।
जी जी, आप भी वहीं से?
हाँ, हम भी पुंछ से।
किस दिन फंसे आप? कितना पानी था तब? आप कैसे बचाएंगे?
हमें रात को यहाँ आया पानी, तो हमें लोकलों ने निकाला। यहाँ के जो लोकल थे उन्होंने निकाला रात को। हाँ, 12:30।
आप उस वक्त कहाँ की तरफ जा रहे थे?
हम इधर ही थे ना।
अच्छा, आप यहीं थे। तो लोकल्स तब से कोई स्टेट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की तरफ से कोई मदद आई है या लोकल्स ही आपको संभाल रहे हैं यहाँ के? खाना पीना
वो एक जो है ना आईपीएस, बस वो आ रहा हमारे पास, और कोई नहीं।
मिश्रा साहब?
वो आते, उन्होंने हमें दवाइयाँ राशन जो कुछ दिया है।
कितने लोग और फंसे होंगे आपके इधर आसपास? आपको लगता है बहुत होंगे?
इनसे पूछो।
बहुत ज्यादा लोग फंसे हुए हैं। अलबत्ता कैजुअल्टियां भी बहुत ज्यादा हुई हैं जिनमें पता ही नहीं है, लोगों के डैमेज हो गए मकान वगैरह। अलबत्ता लोगों के पास कोई फैसिलिटी भी नहीं है यहाँ पर, ना ही हमने देखी है कोई फैसिलिटी, ना ही कुछ। लिहाजा गवर्नमेंट को ये चाहिए कि यहाँ पर
आपका अभी कांटेक्ट हुआ है वहाँ?
Rescue operations are in full swing, and Times Now is making every effort to connect families to their loved ones stranded in the state. Here's a family from Gurgaon who's desperately trying to establish contact with their parents who were stranded in Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir.
मेरे पेरेंट्स कश्मीर में हैं इस टाइम और वो वेकेशन के लिए गए थे। एक हफ्ता हो चुका है उनको वहाँ पे और अब पिछले 4 दिन से हमारी उनसे कोई कांटेक्ट नहीं हो पा रहा है। सैटरडे इवनिंग तक हमारी उनसे बात हुई है। उन्होंने बताया है कि यहाँ पे बहुत बारिश है, लेकिन उसके बाद संडे मॉर्निंग हमने सबने ट्राई किया है, लेकिन उनका कोई कांटेक्ट नहीं है, कोई कुछ नहीं है। पैसरन होटल में है और उनका नाम अशोक मेहता और बेनू मेहता है। और मेरी सिर्फ यही रिक्वेस्ट है कि प्लीज़ मीडिया से, सबसे, आर्मी से कि प्लीज़ एटलीस्ट पहलगाम को कवर किया जाए अब।
Earlier today, Minister Jitendra Singh arrived at the Srinagar Air Force Station to take stock of the situation. Times Now's Aditya spoke to the minister, who praised the Army's massive efforts.
Hats off to the Indian Army and the paramilitary and the BSF, and they have proved a point more than evident that the Indian Army and the Indian paramilitary forces are not only capable enough to fight the enemy on the borders, but equally competent to fight the natural calamities within the country. And I think the entire nation and the population of this state will remain indebted to them for a long time to come.
Well, right behind me you can see the PMO MOH Jitendra Singh has arrived on the scene here at the Srinagar Air Force Station. He is left for the Nehru helipad where hundreds and thousands of people have been stranded. He is assisted by the Air Force and the Indian Army to do a review of the situation. What is the need of the hour? Are food packets and water being supplied in adequate measure? There are several NGOs also chipping in at this moment. Even as the Indian Army, the Indian Air Force, the NDMA and the NDRF are trying their best to rescue as many people as possible. Though water is receding, but there are a lot of low-lying areas still very badly affected. So it is an unending process. Teams are out 24/7. As you've seen, the Honourable Minister has come from Delhi and he's done a survey of the flood-affected areas. He's been to the Rahat Shivar right next to the airport, where the BSF is providing food to over 4,000 people and tented accommodation, plus medical facilities, and all the emergency requirements are being met here.
Tonight, 5 stunning disclosures.
The buck stops on the Prime Minister's desk in any parliamentary democracy. He is the CEO of the country. He can stop or he can initiate both.
Can Manmohan afford to be silent any longer? Watch the News Hour debate with Arnab Goswami tonight at 9.
Army is involved in one of the massive rescue operations. The rescue operation has been intensified. More than 750 sorties have been carried so far. Every day you can see the choppers flying, carrying away with them so many things. These choppers are carrying not only medicine, food materials to be provided to the people who are stranded at different places. This chopper has just returned, and very soon you'll find the other chopper going. Here are these items. These are the items to be provided to the people. The most important right now is to ensure that the people who had been affected or who are stranded or stuck up at different places, they are rescued and pulled from that area. The other thing is that because the water level has receded, many of the people, they want to stay at their homes. So the priority of the army is that they have to provide them medical aid, food and other things. Every day, about hundreds of sorties are being carried out. More than 70,000 people have been evacuated to the safer places, but many more hundred are still, they are stuck up in the houses that are completely submerged in water. So army is playing a wonderful role, ensuring that despite their helipads being washed away because of the flash floods, they are taking all sorts of risks, battling all odds to ensure that the last man who is stuck up in the water is pulled out.